Bringing you up-to-the-minute news on local and international maritime trade, this is Nimasa This Week. Hello and welcome. My name is Iretiola Doyle. The Director General of Nimasa, Mr. Ziakede Patrick Akpobolokemi, has described accountability as a critical requirement for quality service delivery in the public sector. He said this while receiving the President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants, ICANN, Alhaji Kabir Alkali Mohammed, FCA, at the agency's headquarters recently. This report is prepared by our head of studios, Razaki Zebe, and presented by Anete Edet.
Human capacity development is one mandate that is very dear to the administration of the Director General of Nimasa, Ziakede Patrick Akpobolokemi. It is an obligation that the agency has pursued with so much vigor and resources. It was in the light of this that the President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ICANN, Alhaji Kabir Alkali Mohammed, FCA, paid a courtesy visit to Nimasa at its corporate headquarters in Lagos in appreciation of the agency's human capacity development efforts. A council member, Alhaji Ismaila Mohammed Zakari, FCA, represented the ICANN President and led the delegation from the Lagos and Mainland District Society of the Institute. On hand to receive them was the DG of Nimasa, Mr. Ziakede Patrick Akpobolokemi, Nimasa's Executive Director of Finance and Administration, Haruna Baba Jauro, alongside other top management staff of the agency. In his address, Alhaji Mohammed Zakari stated that the Institute was happy to be associated with the agency and commended Nimasa for effectively carrying out its roles as a regulator of the Nigerian maritime industry as well as its maritime administration and safety functions. Speaking further, Alhaji Mohammed Zakari emphasized the importance of manpower development in the attainment of organizational goal, enhanced productivity, and the elevation of the accounting standards to meet up with global best practices.
As an institute, we don't only qualify students and enrollment, we ensure that they update their knowledge continuously so that they are up to date, so that they can perform their functions, what you expect them to do, and they can also lead the way. The better quality of manpower, the better the organization.
He therefore urged Nimasa to take advantage of the various professional training programs offered by the Institute.
We want to solicit your support to support our members by sending them to training, especially under the Institute's mandatory continuing professional education. It is mandatory for members attend training every year, at least get 30 credit hours. Now, if members over 3 years they don't catch up with these 30 credit hours, they risk the loss of their membership in the Institute. So we want to appeal that the management should take this care.
In his response, the Nimasa boss reiterated the agency's commitment to fight piracy and armed robbery at sea in order to curb the huge financial losses and leakages from the Nigerian economy, estimated to be over $3 billion annually. While commending the Institute for playing crucial roles towards the growth of the economy, Mr. Akpobolokemi enjoined members to bring their expertise to bear on the Nigerian maritime sector by instituting professional measures towards curbing the leakages. Further in his speech, the DG described accountability as a critical requirement for quality service delivery in the public sector.
Knowledge must conquer ignorance and darkness. And we must not shy away from the fact that standards must be kept. The emphasis on quality, first of all, should be given priority. And now that we are talking so much about accountability, particularly in the public sector, transparency in the public sector, this is where ICANN is very, very relevant.
Mr. Ziakede enjoined other public institutions to take a cue from Nimasa and ensure that their recruitment processes are thorough, objective, and transparent so that the right people are employed and accountability enshrined in the public sector.
So we, all of us, must join hands together to ensure that at every point in time, the right kind of persons are found in any government sector, we should never ever compromise quality of the human elements that are working in any public sector.
The director of Nimasa emphasized the agency's policy on human capacity development and the reason why it is held in such high esteem.
Nobody can take training and continuous training for granted, because even if you have learned something 2 years ago, you need to update your knowledge, you need to be fresh with new ideas, and you need to be in achievement of new technologies, new ways of doing things. And therefore, we as an agency, as management, we are very serious with training. Sometimes we spend hundreds of millions of naira in our yearly budget for training. And I think we are still going to continue in that direction.
Nimasa, Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency. For Obonga shipping registration, no. Nimasa, commercial shipping, no. Nimasa, maritime labor,
The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa, the nation's maritime watchdog, established to promote maritime safety, security, commercial shipping, and regulate maritime pollution. Nimasa is well positioned and committed to take the development and standardization of Nigeria's maritime industry to greater heights. Are you interested in the local or international commercial shipping business or in seafaring and do not know what to do or how to go about it? Nimasa will guide and see you through. Sea pirates, oil thieves, and all forms of dubious and illegal business on Nigeria's maritime domain have no hiding place, because Nimasa's eagle eyes will locate or catch up with you. For Nimasa, it is zero tolerance to sea pollution, as all abandoned ships and wrecks on Nigeria's waterways which pose danger to sea transportation will be cleared. Nimasa, promoting safe and secure maritime environment.
Don't go away, because after the break we'll be bringing you another in-depth report on a different aspect of the maritime trade.
The Nigerian Ports Authority (NPA) hosted the 12th Intermodal Africa 2014 exhibition and conference. The event, which is held biannually, is the biggest and most established container ports, shipping and transport logistics exhibition and conference in Africa. This is the first time Nigeria will be playing host to such an event. The Honorable Minister of Transport, Senator Idris Umar, whose ministry is responsible for rail and marine transport in Nigeria, as well as intermodal coordination, gave the keynote address at the opening of the exhibition. The event afforded the minister the opportunity to showcase the programs and projects being carried out under the transformation agenda of President Goodluck Jonathan. According to the Transport Minister, Nigeria has been carrying out a number of reforms in the maritime sector over the last 2 years. He said that some of the reform measures were aimed at enhancing the operational efficiency in the various ports. He went further to say that 24-hour operation has been achieved in the Lagos ports, where more than 60% of Nigeria's port activities take place. Still on ports development, Senator Idris Umar announced the federal government's long-term plan.
The federal government is making concerted efforts towards ensuring the development of deep sea ports across the country. This is the ultimate solution to the current port congestion, as the cargo handling are presently beyond their design capacities. The federal government has recently approved the development of the Lake Deep Sea Port here in Lagos, which is expected to handle bigger vessels and also create employment. The port is to be developed under public-private partnership initiative. Other proposed deep sea ports are Ibaka Deep Sea Port in Akwa Ibom State, Badagry here in Lagos, Olokola in Ogun and Ondo States, Ogidigbe near Escravos in Delta State, which is indeed expected to be the hub for gas revolution initiative of the federal government. We equally have one at Agye in Bayelsa State. The process for the realization of these ports are at various stages.
The minister added that the federal government was processing the upgrading of the Maritime Academy Oron in Akwa Ibom State into a degree-awarding institution in collaboration with the World Maritime University, Malmö, Sweden. The minister also highlighted some of the remarkable achievements of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa, under the leadership of Mr. Ziakede Patrick Akpobolo-Kemi.
In the area of maritime safety and security, the partnership between the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa, and the private sector is yielding positive results. In the same token, the federal government has granted approval to Nimasa for the removal of wrecks and derelicts on a no-cure, no-pay basis in order to provide for safe navigation within our waterways.
The capacity building effort of Nimasa under the Nigerian Seafarers Development Program (NSDP) did not escape the minister's mention. At the exhibition hall, the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency had its stand to play the big brother role and to meet the information needs of the participants. Nimasa's officials, led by Assistant Director, Shipping Promotion, Frederick Ugo, attended to visitors. The Managing Director of the Nigerian Ports Authority, Mr. Habib Abdullahi, spoke of the event's relevance to Nigeria.
You can see this is the 12th occasion, and they have been holding all over the continent, every part of the continent, and this is our opportunity. The thing is showcasing Nigeria, giving Nigerians opportunity to partner with these foreign partners, giving us chance, other foreign partners, to come in and invest in Nigeria. So it's a very big event, and it's something that internationally is hold at high estimate.
The Intermodal Africa conferences and exhibitions have been held in different countries, and Nigeria is likely to host the 2015 edition.
Now, Nimasa is just one out of a number of agencies and parastatals whose activities are supervised by both the upper and lower chambers of the National Assembly. Part of their oversight functions include appropriation, operations, and feasibility of projects. Now, as part of their oversight duties, the House Committee on Marine Transport, under the leadership of its chairman, Honorable Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, went on a working visit to the UK to assess the progress of some Nimasa undertakings in that country. The honourable members also seized the opportunity to interact with NSDP cadets and evaluate the prospect of the scheme.
Members of the House Committee on Marine Transport, led by its chairman, Honorable Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, undertook an oversight visit to beneficiaries of the Nigerian Seafarers Development Program (NSDP) who were studying in Tyneside College, Newcastle. This oversight visit was, however, unique in the sense that the lawmakers took time off to receive intensive briefing about operations of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency (Nimasa), with particular attention to capacity development. Mr. Isiche Osangbi, Deputy Director and Head Public Relations, took the honorable members on a journey through programs the agency has embarked upon to grow capacity for the Nigerian maritime industry. This include infrastructural and human capital development projects relating to implementing the ISPS code, GMDSS, shipyard and dockyard construction, support to Maritime Academy of Nigeria (ORON), development of marine institutes, establishment of Maritime University, establishment of a science and technical college, amongst others.
When our GMDSS program comes up, we should be able not only to track vessels, we should be able to monitor other illegal activities on our waters. The Maritime University in Okorekoko is another one. We believe that in 5 years' time, Nigerians will no longer, the bulk of them will no longer be going to Philippines, India, and Egypt, where we are having good universities to train them. We would have also been able to build ours in Nigeria and be able to draw attention, resources, and grow capacity in our own country.
On her part, the Nimasa Assistant Director, NSDP, Mrs. Irene McFoy, also briefed the lawmakers of the progress made so far with training seafarers for Nigeria.
We also have 34 cadets. They'll be graduating in April from the Southern College, HND. They are graduating HND, and they're going to proceed immediately to further their studies in the degree program. Because we have the HND, we have the degree. We do all together. And why Nimasa decided that the students should go a step further into the BSc program is that it gives them an edge. In the labor industry right now, you know, when you come with your HND and your COC, fine, you're giving a job. But when you have an additional degree of BSc, it gives you an edge.
After Mrs. McFoy's presentation, Nigeria's alternate permanent representative at the IMO, Captain Ibrahim Olugbade, stepped forward to explain the role of Nimasa as IMO's nodal agency in Nigeria. Chairman House Committee on Marine Transport, Honorable Ogwai, commended Nimasa's management for the initiative to enlighten lawmakers about the operations of the agency. He also expressed the committee's preparedness to enhance the cooperation between policymakers and policy implementing agencies.
We did say to them in the Philippines that we're here to do what? That we're here to surpass them. Yes, we said that. It is possible, but we also need to expand the scope, given our population. And we also need to look at the ratio, because it is clear that we just have to accommodate a lot of people, especially our target should be to those indigent Nigerians who are willing to participate in this sector. You've actually tried in Manoron, I must confess. The transformation of Manoron, your 5% and other institutional support given to them is commended.
To better understand Nimasa's operations, the committee members proceeded for an oversight visit to beneficiaries of the NSDP program in Tyneside College, Newcastle. They all converged on the Little Haven Hotel, where the students had a no-holds-barred session with the lawmakers. One after the other, the students took turns to express their delight and joy at being one of the very few privileged Nigerians to benefit from the Nigerian Seafarers Development Program, NSDP. Honorable Ogwai engaged the principal coordinator of the Maritime School in South Tyneside College, Gary Hindmarch, in a question and answer session. Leader of the delegation, Honorable Ifeanyi Ugwai, described the students as worthy ambassadors of the country. He assured them that the lawmakers are on a fact-finding mission and their reports will be backed by actions when they return to Nigeria.
We intend to sit down with Nimasa and appropriate authorities to review these programs. Okay? Yes, where we started from, where we are today, your position, your future, these are things because we serve you. We elected to serve you. So your welfare ranks very high. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. The whole essence of this, as a nation, is to build maritime capacity. So when we get back home, we'll look at it, we'll go to the drawing board, and then come out with a new roadmap that's may likely take you to the promised land.
Sessions like this are pointed to the fact that the honorable members don't just appropriate funds, they also go the extra mile to ensure that the funds are judiciously utilized.
Nimasa, Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency. For Obonga shipping registration, no. Nimasa, commercial shipping, no. Nimasa, maritime labor, Nimasa.
The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa, the nation's maritime watchdog, established to promote maritime safety, security, commercial shipping, and regulate maritime pollution. Nimasa is well positioned and committed to take the development and standardization of Nigeria's maritime industry to greater heights. Are you interested in the local or international commercial shipping business or in seafaring and do not know what to do or how to go about it? Nimasa will guide and see you through. Sea pirates, oil thieves, and all forms of dubious and illegal business on Nigeria's maritime domain have no hiding place because Nimasa's eagle eyes will locate or catch up with you. For Nimasa, it is zero tolerance to sea pollution as all abandoned ships and wrecks on Nigeria's waterways which pose danger to sea transportation will be cleared. Nimasa, promoting safe and secure maritime environment.
The 17th edition of the Maritime Industry Media Award took place recently to honor distinguished personalities within the maritime sector who have distinguished themselves. One of the high points of the award ceremony was a keenly contested Maritime Man of the Year award, which was won by the President General of the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria, Comrade Inted Emmanuel. Our reporter Amanda Akman was present at the ceremony and presents a report from our studios.
The Maritime Industry Merit Awards is an annual event organized to celebrate outstanding personalities who have distinguished themselves in the maritime sector. The 17th edition of the Maritime Industry Merit Awards took place at the Golden Tulip Hotel in Lagos and had in attendance Captain of Industries, prominent maritime stakeholders, friends and well-wishers, and of course an array of Maritime Workers Union executives. The special guest of honor was the Minister of Labour, Chief Emeka Nwogu, who was represented by Mrs. J.O. Amalia, and the Director General of Nimasa, Ziakede Patrick Akpobolo-Kaimi, was also represented by the Director Maritime Labour Services in Nimasa, Mrs. Juliana Gunwa. During the award presentation proper, the Honorable Minister of Labour, Chief Emeka Nwogu, CFR, received a special award in recognition of his efforts in keeping productivity at its highest level and his feat in maintaining peace in the industrial sector. The high point of the event was the keenly contested Man of the Year category, which was won by popular demand by Comrade Anthony Inted Emmanuel, President of the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria, MAUN. Comrade Inted was chosen because of his natural propensity for resolving disputes and conflicts without resolve to threats and strifes. He started his union activities as a unit chairman in Warri and rose to the position of President General of the Maritime Union. In his acceptance speech, he dedicated his award to the downtrodden casual workers in the maritime industry and used the opportunity to encourage them that there was light at the end of the tunnel.
I want to say to you, rejoice today, for yesterday I was just like one of you. If I can be highly honored today, I know you have a bright future. If we remain steadfast, dedicated and committed to the upliftment of humanity and the service to the Almighty God, the sky will be our limit.
Outside the Maritime Man of the Year award, other distinguished personalities who have contributed immensely to the development of the maritime industry were also appreciated. The event ended in a colorful note as the dance troupe serenaded the guests with their performance. Comrade Inted Emmanuel has been described by many as a man of peace and a major factor responsible for the industrial harmony existing in the maritime sector. The Director Maritime Labour Services, Mrs. Juliana Gunwa, and the recipient of the Maritime Man of the Year award, Comrade Inted Emmanuel, gave us their views concerning the serenity in the maritime industry.
We have experienced relative peace in the maritime industry, and I believe it is all due to the leadership role of the great comrade that is being recognized today as the Maritime Man of the Year, Comrade Intiet. So far, it's been quite a peaceful relationship, and Nimasa and the union has been on a very high, relating peacefully on a very high note.
As far as I'm concerned, I know the relationship between the Maritime Workers Union and Nimasa has been cordial. We've been working together. Wherever we have some differences, we sat down on a round table and put scenario on the table and iron out our differences. I think it has been so good.
President of the Dock Workers Association of Nigeria, Comrade Adewale Adeyanju, spoke to us about the personality of the recipients of the Man of the Year award.
To have such a man as a leader in the maritime industry is a wonderful man, a great leader, a benefactor, a man of honor. Since beginning of Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria inception, this is the first leader that we have produced that you can move with, interact with. That is a caring man. It's a caring man.
And that brings us to the end of this week's edition. As always, we hope we kept you educated and informed. Now, please don't forget, Nimasa this week is an interactive show. We want to, respond to your thoughts, your questions, and even your criticisms. All you need to do is send an email to the address currently showing on your screen. Now, I'm going to be here same time, same station next week. Until then, we're wishing you smooth sailing and bon voyage.